Okay, at this point you may have your strategy that works for you. So you're very happy you found your strategy amazing, that you like it. Or you're not, but one way or another, both options, the idea or the strategy that you already have clear, you like it and you want to backtest it. And you do know that all professional traders, one way or another, we backtesting our strategies. I have backtesting for more than 24 years. Still backtesting today. More than 243 strategies, I don't know, I don't even count it, hundreds of hours, well, hundreds, thousands of hours of backtesting. So it's a lot of work that need to be done correctly from the day one. And I guarantee, well, so far I haven't found anybody that can actually do it properly from day one. So I want you actually to pay attention to the 5 elements you have in the screen, because those will save you a lot of time. It will increase your confidence and you will move forward as a trader on the long run. So let's start to talk about the first one element, consistency and discipline code of conduct. Okay, what does this mean? Okay, think about the example of you are a trader that let's go back to your daily routine. You working Monday to Friday. Before you become a fantastic trader, you start making a lot of money. You actually working Monday to Friday from 8 to 9, or you start at 8, you start at 9, but you have a code of conduct. It means you do not behave bad. You do actually follow the rules to come in on time, finish on time. Probably you try to finish a bit late sometimes to do more work. But one of the things that you need to be aware of is that Monday to Friday, you will not be the same on Monday than when you actually behave on Friday. Monday you're tired from the weekend normally, and on Friday you're actually happy, excited to leave the job and go into the weekend. So your perception and your move is different, and probably you will have less mistakes on your work, daily work, from Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and Friday you just go in a rush to leave it for Monday. So normally that is the way it works. So you will be actually behave different. You will make less mistakes or more mistakes, depends how your feelings are, yeah. So that is important. Now for backtesting is exactly the same thing. Do you go in exactly backtesting at the same time after wake up? Because it's not about the same time. You can be in your pajamas, but it's like have you follow the rules of doing the same things before you start doing your job. So for example, when you go to work, you go to sleep, try to sleep well. You are actually going to have a nice maybe shower before you go to work, to wake up, have a coffee, prepare yourself, and then you just go into the location. By the time you're just traveling, maybe not, but you spend about half an hour, you already wake up to start working in your job. Yeah. Now, you see, you go a process. You must to do some stuff. Now, do the same thing from backtesting. They say that you're going to do it after work. You come in home, you actually have your dinner, blah blah, and then at one point you just go 1 hour quiet. You can actually be relaxed and do your stuff. It doesn't matter if it's quiet or not, noisy, no noisy. It have to be always at the same times before that, but not the time 5, 4, 3. It's about the routine you have before have to be the same to repeat that code of conduct on that particular behavior to understand how you feel must be as possible close to X moment. So happy, tired, not tired, perception that good, whatever is that, you must to actually have to try to be exactly the same. Why? Because your backtesting will be reflected different. But I have a solution for all of you, because as you know, Monday to Friday you will not doing the same thing and you may actually make mistakes. So you want to make sure that your backtesting is perfect, yeah, so that works very well. So which means that you have trades that you find it, that you like it, and you will find it in the future, yeah. So that's what actually I'm going to go to point number 2, verification and accuracy. I call it this mirror the strategy. All my students one-to-one, they are aware of this. Okay, so this is actually, pay attention to the detail because it's quite important, yeah. So let's assume that you are actually trading euro-dollar, yeah, and you're trading a let's say the year 2023, and you're trading for the whole year, yeah. But we're talking about backtesting, not trading it. You're gonna backtesting from 2023 all year to see maybe 100 trades, yeah. So you go your 100 trades and you go specific times, specific entries, specific SX, loss, winning. You go photos of your charts a lot of work is being made, yeah, and you go the whole, maybe you're working in TradingView, you're working on other tools, and you go full of notes in your chart, you make photograph of all your trades and so on. You may actually don't do that, just because you have it in the chart, you don't bother to actually to put it into photos. But I'm going to asking you to take photos of your trades and collect all the data. What is the meaning of that? Is the entry, the exit, more the entry than anything, but exactly the entry, the time by minutes, at what time will you take your trade? Yeah. Now, when you got those 100 trades, I want you to forget about them. What is the meaning of that? You're going to do maybe another pair and pass 1 week, 1 month, 2 weeks, something like that. Something will be difficult to remember, or you trace from your collection data from the euro dollar. Now you're doing dollar GPY, okay? So then you do another 100 trades, and now I want you to actually, before you go back to the euro dollar, I want to delete the charts completely and clean up the euro dollar fully, okay? Now you have no data. Again, you're gonna start back testing one more time, and I know this is actually painful. Doing back testing again, and I have done it already. This is more for manual traders in general. If you are fully mechanical and you go EA, it's different, but this is actually hybrid, mechanicals, semi-mechanicals. It's like you must to have this type of approach to go back again to the euro dollar and look for those 100 trades. Now imagine that, and I guarantee that will not be 100 of them, will be more, will be less, will be different times, will be different moments. So what are we looking for? We're looking for those, let's say that from 100 trades, you go 60 trades that are exactly the same. But now you go 40 trades that they are different times. Why? What is the difference? Why I couldn't see them? Or maybe you even find more trades that you couldn't see before. So instead of 100, you go 110. So how can be possible? So I go more, I didn't see those ones. That is actually, that difference is actually affecting your back testing in the future. Because 40 trades different, more trades here and then, what's going on? So then you try to work into those difference, or try to work into the ones that's exactly the same, to see if you can identify what works for you and what can you see that works for you. The specific, let's say that you go a particular pattern, and this pattern have a particular entry that is a specific variation that actually make me 100% accuracy of I'm going to take those 60 trades. Yeah, so you must working on that. It's difficult to go 100% perfection from one mirror to another mirror, but you try to do as best as you can. At least you are aware of that will be 40 of trades will be different. That is important, okay? Now, with that data, you're working on it and you will improve drastically your results. Big time, yeah? Now you got what you see, you like it, and you take it, and you're gonna take it again in the future because you have proven that works for you. This mirrors the strategy. I would say every 5 years I recommended to do it. Yeah, you don't need to do it all the time. You do once, and that's it. You can maybe do it one more time with the Australian GPY if you couldn't find, or dollar GPY or another pairs, because you couldn't find the reasons behind why those 40 trades are different. Okay. Now let's talking about the psychology factor. Yeah. Now remember we said about the code of conduct that you feel different. Depends how you start the day, Monday to Friday, depends how you behave, depends what you're doing before, tired, not tired, problems with your family, headaches, or whatever you have. This is actually the thing. So I'm gonna show you let me see if I can actually show you that. Well, okay, is this table, okay? This is I call myself a psychology mirror, or psychology factors. Is how do I call it? Yeah, remember now. It's a simulator psychology. Okay, it just may change all the time. But okay, what is a simulation psychology? Okay, I put an example here, random trace, and I show you how am I doing my back testing. I collect my data, all of you. I collect my charts, my time, entry, exit. All that is the same thing, but I create this as well. Why? Let me show you why. Okay, so let's first understand what does the table look like. So this is simple. Normally I do for the whole year. And a swing trader, but obviously this work, you can actually still have dates as you see here. You can have hours, you can do by hours if you want to, it's up to you. But the most important element, if you notice here, I put 0 here in blue, and that is the moment of my entry. Yeah, the red one is meant in this example, I got the entry on the same day and I lost the trade on the same day, and that's it. This example here, of the 3, you see that I actually have the entry on the same day and I make 3 hours on the same day. The other ones is open let's say this 1, 2, 3, and they went through the weekend, and I lost the trade on the day 1, 2, 3, 4, and the day 6. Yeah, so and so on. If you notice, this is strategy. I just make it like that. Put some instrument on the top. It's the same instruments duplicated to just mirror the exercise. I put 3 R's as a profit. Yeah, I don't take into account that you lost money because you paid to the broker and all the stuff like that. You make sure that you put that as well into it. But this is for the exercise to understand the psychology that works for you. Okay, so let's go into the psychology details. Why this works this way. If you notice now, I move it all the way here and I counted the number of R's I'm making. So you got, in this case, you got 5 R's, and then you go minus 4 R. This is the week. So week 1, minus 4 R, week 2, 4 R's, week 3, 1 R, week 4, 7 R's, and week 5, 9 R's. And you say, wow, okay, amazing. My strategy works well. Hold on a second. Just pay attention to the details of the psychology behind those numbers. The first week, you make minus 4 R's. Are you okay to lose 4 R? Obviously, you see your back test and you say, yeah, I don't have a problem. 1 second, stay there with me 1 second. You lost 4 R and you haven't made any money on the first week. 0. Yeah. Now, the next week, you actually go, in this case, you go 4. This is actually 1, 2, 3 is actually minus, this is 0. So the second week, you make nothing. Yeah. You go 3 minus 3 is 0. So what do you have so far? This is the minus 4. The next week I go 4. Yeah. No, the next week I got a 4. But this is wrong. Okay, let me do it properly. This will be minus. No, this will be 0. This will be minus 4. Yes. Let me explain why. Okay. Just corrected this now. So you go first here 4 losses. Are you okay or not okay? I want you to focus into the how you feel if you lose. I talk about R's, and you don't feel anything because it's R. We're gonna put it now in our money as well. Well, let's put it now. Hold on, let me do that now. Let's hide this. What is that? I have it here, I believe. Let's make it this an example. Okay, so this is an example. I'm gonna risk £100 per trade. Yeah. Simple. If I win, I make 300. If I lose £100. Without, remember, broker costs and all the stuff like that are not taken into account, or any cost on the spread of the weekends. Just simple. Let's make it simple. Yeah. So the first week you actually lost 400. You see now the difference as before, and I make it red. Make sure it's clear. You lost. You win only once. So in this case, you got a number of R's. You go here. It's just 1, so you made 1 R, but you carrying 4 losses. This one, you still carrying 4 losses. You actually made nothing. It's break even. So I mean, you still lost 4 from last week. So for 2 weeks, you are in negative 400. So you've been working for 2 weeks and you don't see anywhere any profit, nothing. But you still are focusing in the profit. I make 1,400. That's what you're looking for. No, focus week by week. This can be month. Let's think this is a month. So month 1, you lost 400. Month 2, you still losing 400, but you spent 2 months to make it work. Now, third month, or third week, you actually make only 100. So you spend all this time, 3 months, to be in negative 300. Yeah, that is what you need to be focused on. How will you feel if you've been spent 3 months, 3 weeks, and you still negative loss? That's what I want you to focus on. And if you put the money next to it, let's say $100, £1,000, £10,000, whatever your risking is, $10, whatever is risking for you, you put it next to it to make sure it's clear. I do not actually, I don't make it the money next to it is painful, and I want you to focus into that pain, yeah, to make sure that you're okay with this loss. Let's say that, oh, it's too much pain. Okay, maybe you should reduce the amount of risk you're taking, even if your calculations say that you can risk more. Yes, you reduce, then it's okay. But then you need to be aware that for 3 months, 3 weeks, you didn't make any money, 0. Yeah, now you go amazing week, and are you happy? You don't actually pay attention to the past, but you happy, or you actually out of control because you are greedy? Will you break your rules and risking more? Need to pay attention to the psychology as well. So imagine this is actually 5 months So you're waiting for months this, and after 4 months of waiting, you can be greedy. You want to, now I'm making money, my strategy works, let's risk it more, and potentially you can lose because you break the rule of risking, the amount of risk you're supposed to risk per trade. And potentially, instead of be a winner, can be a loss, and you lose more than you're supposed to it. So, but if you do follow the rules, you will face losses, you will feel sad or not, you feel that you're wasting your time, that you don't go anywhere. But if you do follow the rules, I guarantee that you will make money. That's how it works. Follow your own rules. You got the numbers. You work your back testing. You already done the mirror test strategy that you know that you have and strategy that works for you, and that's it. Now there is two. Let me go for what's the other two topics I want to talk. Sorry. Yes, this is. Let's go back to this one. Trading time and how many samples. Okay. So now that. Okay. Remember those first 3 ones that are important. Now I have seen other videos online talking about this topic, blah blah blah, and they say yes, avoid times that you're not going to trade. You do not do that yet. First, okay, imagine that you are not gonna trade when you're sleeping, obviously. So you reduce when you're going to trade. So that's important in your backtesting to collect the data only, but not yet. First, you need to do the mirror. The strategy is to collect the trades that actually works for you. Okay, so this is pre that. So do not eliminate your trades that actually when you're sleeping. And if I'm sleeping from myself, I'm sleeping from 10 to 6, I will not take those trades. But on my back testing, I will take them first, yes, on the middle of the strategy. I will not take it later. Yeah, then I will adjust my calculations for my risk, and I will see what is my real result for my trades based on when I'm going to be awake. Okay, and I hope so. I hope, because sometimes happens that you have to trade when you're supposed to sleep, which is sometimes happen because your strategy is actually based on that particular pattern that's happening always when you're sleeping. So then it's a bit mess because you mess with your life as a person, because you just need to sleep and you change your behavior. But that's another matter. Now, how many samples? This is another matter I saw online quite a lot. They say, how many samples? They say 100 is a good number, or 10 is 20, 40. No, it's not about a number. It's about how many do you need to be confident of your strategy works for you. Could be a month of data, could be 3 months of data, could be 10 years of data. It's not about how many. It's about how many of them will make you confident. Okay, and with this last note, I hope so. And I would like to know, guys, if it's true or not. If any of you have done all this when you start backtesting, even a professional trader, I ask this and they don't doing this. In some cases, they do it a different way, they behave different way, and they actually suffer the pain later through it's pretty much just to check to have problems with the tradings. So but if you do have these 5 elements foundation in this order, 1 to 5, you will understand that your strategy works for you and only for you, and you know what you're doing, and you will feel confident, and you will moving forward as a trader. So guys, I hope so this video you like it. We're gonna go for more on the next ones, on the next topic. I think we're gonna work in journaling. So have a good day. See you now. Bye bye.